Welcome back. President Xi Jinping is on course for an extended term after a ringing endorsement from senior Communist Party leaders. A resolution that boosted Xi's status also hailed the party's management of Hong Kong and Taiwan. Sarah Wong reports.
President Xi Jinping has sealed his position as one of the most powerful leaders in the history of the People's Republic of China. This came as the Chinese Communist Party passed a historical resolution, only the third in 100 years, at the 6th plenary session, portraying Xi as a core leader. The landmark document heaped praise on the party for its governance of China and its handling of Hong Kong and Taiwan. It was praised for bolstering one country, two systems, saying it led Hong Kong from chaos to stability. Xi was also cheered for staunchly opposing Taiwan independence and steering the course of cross-strait relations. The historic text increased Xi's chances of an unprecedented third term when the 20th National Party Congress meets next year. The 68-year-old could stay on top of the power echelon for life after China removed term limits on the presidency in 2018. But some analysts believe Xi faces an arduous task to shield his party from infighting, even after achieving political supremacy. Cadres from different factions have been vying for promotion, following several high-profile reshuffles in recent months. Before the dust settles, it's unlikely for Xi to shift his focus to foreign affairs from domestic priorities. The Chinese leader hasn't left his country for over 600 days and has skipped the G20 and climate summits. Sarah Wong, HKIBC.
Chaos erupted on the border between Poland and Belarus as desperate migrants scrambled for humanitarian aid. A large crowd stranded in the frozen forest had to fight for food and water. Thousands of migrants trekking from the Middle East are trapped on the Belarus border after Polish border guards blocked their entry. The United Nations urged political leaders not to manipulate refugees. Poland defended its action while Belarus refused to help ease the crisis. Russia, meanwhile, continued to fly nuclear bombers over Belarus on a training mission to support its airline. Western countries have paid tribute to fallen soldiers as they marked the end of the First World War 103 years ago. During ceremonies on the anniversary, there were calls not to forget the reason they went to war. Sarah Wong has more.
It was a solemn occasion in London as veterans marked Remembrance Day. The somber gathering observed 2 minutes of silence when the clock struck 11 on the 11th day of the 11th month. That's the exact moment in 1918 when Germany and the Allied powers ended the First World War. By the time the Armistice was signed, more than 20 million people had lost their lives in 4 years of hostilities. French President Emmanuel Macron led his country's tributes at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Paris. He thanked those who fought for the ideals of France and called on his compatriots to never forget. Across the Atlantic, the United States saluted its soldiers on the occasion called Veterans Day. It was dedicated to those who died in battle from the Independence Revolution to the Afghan War.
You are the very spine of America, not just the backbone. You're the spine of this country. And all of us owe you.
But for this group of Afghan veterans, the mission is not yet over. They joined a disaster relief organization to settle Afghan refugees in the U.S. after 20 years of Western military intervention.
For us, it's more of a chance to be able to give back to some of those folks that have, served alongside coalition forces over the years.
Since August, the volunteers have helped 110 Afghan families move to Colorado, which they will now call home. Sarah Wong, HKIBC.
Strong performances by tech heavyweights, apart from Alibaba, helped the Hang Seng Index close 0.3% higher today. Alibaba fell 0.5% despite raking in 540 billion yuan from its single-day sales. Investors were disappointed that the amount from the 11-day event, which ended yesterday, rose only 8.5% from last year. It was the slowest pace since the e-commerce giants launched the gala. Other tech giants gained ground, with index heavyweights Meituan rising 2.6% and Tencent gaining 1.6%. Now let's take a look at the markets. The Hang Seng Index closed up 79 points. Top 10 active stocks: Tencent up $7.60, Meituan up $7.40, and Alibaba down 80 cents. SMIC down 90 cents, Tracker Fund up 6 cents. Forex trading against Hong Kong dollar. Euro is trading at 8.92, British pound at 10.43, and Australian dollar at 5.69. Over to the UK market, the FTSE 100 is down 28 points. A retired doctor in the US state of Rhode Island has proved that one is never too old to learn anything new. Despite a series of medical problems, Manfred Steiner became a doctor of philosophy and physics at the age of 89.
I cherish this PhD more than anything else, than any other, because it took me long, and it was a lot of problems where I didn't really even know if I could finish with my medical problems. But I made it, and this was the most gratifying point in my life, to finish it.
On to the weather now. Staying fine and dry this weekend, temperatures will range between 20 and 26 degrees. The pleasant conditions will last into next week. Now let's take a look at the weather around the world. That's our main news for Friday nights. Join us for more news at 11. I'm Annie Lau. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend. Good night.